Hello and welcome to the channel. So this is my Android head unit and I've had this for about 9 months. I had it in my previous Mark IV and I'm going to be installing it into my new Mark IV. The reason why I went with this head unit is because it looks stock and it connects to the center console the same way a stock radio would connect, with the 4 bolts around there, so you don't have to do any cutting or any modification. Also, it's got physical buttons, which I like, rather than, just going dee 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 dee, pressing the screen, you know what I'm saying, to turn down the volume. And even though these buttons are quite cheap feeling, at least they're there. So this is some of the things that I liked. Also as well, when it comes to installation, it's pretty much plug and play. So when you take out the stock radio, this is the wire, the connector, which is part of the car, and this will be left. There's a big adapter which they provide when you buy this head unit, and this plugs into the stock connector. This adapter goes into the back of the head unit, and all of the different connections on the back of this head unit are different sizes, so you can't really put it in the wrong place. So this adapter goes over here, and you've got another adapter. This is for if you've got like a video in and subwoofer and amplifier and a few other things. I'm not using any of those apart from the mic. I'll get to that later. Also as well, 2 of these are for the USB connections. So I've got one, where is it? Down here. You see I got my USB stick there for my audio. And another one, I've got a USB wire coming out of it, and this is what I plug into my phone when I want to use the Android Auto. I prefer plugging in for Android Auto. Even though you can do it wirelessly, I prefer plugging it in because it charges your phone at the same time, and when I want to stop the Android Auto, I can just pull out the wire and it stops. So it's a bit easier for me. Also as well, you have this wire here, which is for the backup camera. So it's a little connection there, and it goes to this video plug here, and then this other side is the long wire, which you would wire all the way around back there and to the back where your backup camera is, and I'll show you that later how I did that. You've got the GPS, which is just this. It screws in the back, and then you can put it anywhere. You can put it on the dash. I've just put it back behind the glove box somewhere, just behind there. And you've got the radio. This is the stock radio wire. You have to buy this little piece here, and it connects into there. Like, everything just plugs in to the right place. You can only plug the right thing in. You can't do it the wrong way. Everything's different sizes. The only thing that might catch people off, and because they don't provide like proper instructions, but there was a paper with some different symbols explaining what this is for. So I think if you don't have like the Converse dash, you just have the basic one, you would keep this unplugged. And if you do have it, you can plug it in. But the best thing to do is just try it both ways and see which one works best. When this wasn't plugged in for me, what I found is that the clock, it never saved the time of the clock. Every time I turned on the radio or turned on the car, I had to reset the clock. So when it's connected for me, the clocks work. So just try both ways and see. What else can I say? Android head units are pretty much all the same, so I'm not going to really say what features they've got, because it's just like a phone or a tablet. You download what you want. So I think I'll just mention a few of the positives and negatives. The biggest negative with this head unit, I would say, is the call quality. And right at the moment, I can only use the internal mic. I'm glad it's got an internal mic, but it's trash. I have to shout at the person, and the volume is not very loud. I find when I'm making calls, I need the volume to be almost at max. Now there is a space for an external mic, but I've tried 2 mics and they haven't worked. So maybe when I find a suitable mic, it might improve it, but I don't know what mic to get because they don't really say, and they didn't provide one, so I'm just guessing. And I've tried 2 already, so I kind of given up. But I don't speak on the phone that much when I'm in the car. The main thing that I'm using this is to stream Bluetooth and for the maps with Android Auto, because it puts displays the maps on there. So just to update you, I've tried a 3rd microphone and this one actually works. I can't remember where I bought it from, but it was in a box with a bunch of other stuff. So if you're struggling to find one and you got this head unit, get one that looks like that. It'll probably work. Also as well, I forgot to mention that the steering wheel controls, they work. Not only do they work, you're able to customize them so you can pick exactly what you want each button to do.